I'm Jessica Williams. Welcome back to Keeping Up with Jessica. So today I have with me another very, very wonderful guest, and I'm going to be introducing him to you. Okay, first, Tijani is a law student at Lagos State University with a keen knowledge and interest in taxation law, intellectual property law, and some other emerging legal areas. He has demonstrated exceptional leadership by serving in various capacities locally and internationally, including as an ambassador for their World, Lawson Aid, and the Nigerian Intellectual Property Law Club, INPC. Tijani has also held positions such as Director of Protocol at GFSC Chambers, LASU, General Secretary of NAMLAS, and an honorable representative for his faculty at LASUSU. He is the president of the Legal Pressicas and the legal director of Lagos State University Students Union. Please welcome Tijani Saludin.
Good afternoon.
Hi, good evening.
Yeah,
Okay, got it. Thank you very much for joining me here. I'm really, really honored I'm really honored. I'm really honored that you decided to be a guest at this show. Thank you very much. So, first question is going to be, what was the decision for being a law student?
All right. So I've been asked that question severally, and then, unlike others, I would not say I would not say passion. To be honest, although I now have passion for law, but from the onset I would not say passion. So while I was growing up, my dad I had a meeting with my dad, like a father to son, and he told me that I told him what I intended becoming, and he said that does not fit the kind of person I am, because he knows me than I was. I was very young. So he said he knows he has seen what I do, and he said this is what is best for me. It's just an advice father to son.
Yeah.
And I considered it, and I started working towards being a law student. So, and God was helping the journey, to be honest. But when I wanted to do my jam, I picked law. But I was having that mindset deep down that if LASU, because I picked LASU, only LASU, if LASU does not give me law, I will study whatever LASU gives me. And I was just lucky that LASU gave me class. Ever since then, I've started studying law. That was just how I became a law student.
But why LASU? Why not the University of Lagos?
The thing is that I really do not like going far, and my parents are not someone that just like going far, because they just want to see you where they are. Like my father works in LASU, so he always want to see you around him just for proper guidance and all. So that was why I just LASU.
Alright, that's explained. Okay, so why did you decide to go for the position of the legal director?
Alright. About the legal director. So I was privileged to be part of the 33rd legal committee.
Yeah.
And then I saw firsthand the contributions of the 33rd legal director of the 33rd LASU governance. I saw what he did, and then I was inspired by what he did. I feel like he's someone that I looked up to, and then I would want to continue his legacy. That was part of the reasons why I opted for being a legal director. And also, I also saw this position as something that I would want to build on. To be very honest, the union does not really appreciate the importance of legal director. I'm saying it now because if you ask the majority of black whites that do you know who the legal director is, I'm very honest that they will not give the response. So I want to bring this position to the public, that this is what the legal director is. And then with my activities and my actions, I would achieve that. So that's why I opted for that.
So have you held other maybe political positions?
Yes. So my political positions, through elections, I served as the 33rd honorable representing my faculty at the LASU level, Lagos University Students Union Parliament. I was an honorable there. But aside political, I have held some positions too.
Is there any difference between this position and the other political position?
By political, I mean you'd have to do politics, or you'd have to play politics. There are positions that I occupy without playing politics. I just entered via my competency, and just by applying, and they gave it to me. I did not play any politics. You know what politics is? I don't have to need people to put me in, I did not play any kind of politics.
Yeah.
So just via my competence and my application, I was considered for those roles.
Okay, so that aside, as a student now, a normal student, so how has it been like?
Well, as a student, it has not been easy. To be honest. As a student, it has not been easy. I'm facing what a normal student should face because I'm a normal student, ordinary. So I'm facing the challenges that a normal student should face. So it has not been really easy.
Okay, so combining being a student and the being in leadership positions, these various areas. So how has it been like?
Alright, so making reference to my previous statement, like I said, being a student ordinary, it is not easy, particularly in our country as a case study. So now combining being a student, being in leadership position and being a student, it's extra uneasy. That's the word. Because being a student, there are a lot of challenges that you have to face. You have to face time management, you have to face budgeting, you have to deal with stress and all. Now combining being a leader, to be honest, it is very hard. That's the point, and it takes a lot of skills, a lot of mastery to maneuver your way in those ways. But it has not been really easy. That's the point.
Yeah, oh, everything will be fine. Okay, so do you know what? Can you like state out the challenges of being a student?
Yes.
About the stress, like you said before,
Yes.
time management, like you said before. Can you list all that?
Alright, so being a student, you face several challenges. Number one is you face academic challenges itself because our brains are different. The way you can accumulate something is not the way I can accumulate something. So some people might face academic challenges. So that's one. You could face stress management because coming to school, particularly in Nigeria, I'm using Nigeria as a case study because this is what people can relate to.
Yeah.
Coming to school, you tend to face a lot of stress. Sometimes you work a long journey. That's stress management, budgeting, that finance part. You might not have the required money that you need to do this, to do that.
Yeah, because there are so many.
Exactly, to spend on a lot. And you could also face the stress of home calling or something, like you could missing your relatives at home. But that is particularly for the freshers actually. So you could face those stress, and there are several other stress, but these are just the key stress, that the key things that you would actually face as a student, a typical student of any school in Nigeria. Let's just say Nigeria.
Yeah. Okay, what about being a leader? Challenges that come with being a leader.
So being a leader, there are several challenges, and I would want to put them under, let's say, three headings. So the first challenge you would face is with yourself. I would call it internal challenges. So that is the first challenge. The second challenge you face is as regards your skills, and the third challenge is that's external or something. Yes. So as regards the first one, which is your self challenge, like internal challenge, you could face several challenges like self-confidence. As regards the self-confidence, so as a leader, okay, should I explain it in context of student leadership? Okay, so as regards internal challenge, as regards self-confidence, you would be faced with if you are not really careful, you might be having this imposter syndrome, like, am I really competent for this thing? Is this something I can do? And particularly students feel like there are other students among us that I feel like they are doing better than you. So what's the excuse of me doing what I'm doing? So we also have challenges of a challenge of humility. That's the part of your self-challenge. As regards to humility, so to be honest, being in leadership position, you tend to feel like you are on top of the world, like you are in the center of the universe. That's the point. And then it's a big challenge, to be honest, right? And that could actually destroy you as a leader. So it's something that you should also deal with, and I would consider it a challenge. And that challenge is overcoming fear, and it's still related to self-confidence too. Leadership is a very great task that a lot of people run away from, but we still have to face it because we will still have to face it in the future. So it's something we need to start building our skills for it. So you might develop this fear. So that's the role that you play. For instance, being the director, I have a lot of fears, but then I would not want these fears to like come up to the public. Yeah, I'm afraid of this, but I just have to be self-confident. So overcoming fears and challenges. Another challenge that you could have is following through. And by following through, I mean as a leader, particularly in the student realm, you tend to involve yourself in several leadership positions. For instance, at the moment, I I can say that I hold like 4 different positions, leadership positions.
Alright.
Yes, and I'm still a student. So and these positions are very key, and I have a lot of tasks that are coming up from them. So following through means that you have like 4 roles to play, and inside that 4 roles you have big tasks. Then so to ensure that exactly to ensure that you perform regularly in this particular roles, it's quite hard. So you might tend to forget some things and forget some important things. So it is so hard that you might not be able to follow through entirely. Some projects you might start them and you might not be able to finish them due to the wide range of tasks that's before you. So following through also challenges. So I would just like leave that self challenge and go to the other one as regards your skill. So the skill is your competence, how competent you are, for that role. So being a leader, you have to be honest with yourself because it's not everything that they are competent to be. Using as well as a case study, university as a case study, the position of legal director states that you have to be a foreign level or family level student, and that is what I'm trying to emphasize as regards competence. They understand that a 300 level student or lower might not be able to take up the role of the legal director due to the fact that he doesn't have the expertise or the required skill set to manage that role. So they believe that from foreign level, to be able to like manage that role. So being a leader, you have to know your skill too before you go for anything. Even though it is something that they give to you on a platter or on a silver platter, you might have to reject it due to the fact that you're not confident. So you need to know your skill too. It's a challenge that leaders face. So that's as regards your skill. Yeah. And the external challenge, there are a lot. Discrimination, the way you communicate with people, the way you react to messages, the way you what is it called? Deliver did I say wrong message or sad news to people? Because as a leader, there will be times that you have to tell these people about sad news, and you still have to do that. It is your role. So that's part of the challenges that leaders face. So that's just some of the challenges that I've mentioned. So that's just it.
So do you know any solutions to these challenges, like what they can do or what you have done from your own personal experience?
Well, as regards to solution, so my dad always said something that the people that made pencil, they are also the one that made eraser. The point is that to every problem there's always solutions. So there are a lot of solutions that I personally adopt. So the first thing is I don't just know about solutions. So there are some things that I adopt to maneuver the leadership and school thing. I mean student leadership thing. So I would share part of them too. I'll just share part of them. So one of the things I would say is one, I would always put God first, like God. I'm quite spiritual or religious in that sense because I would always want to put everything in God's hands. Like God, you are the Alpha of me, you are the one that knows everything. It's just help me exactly take me to that point. Put God first. The second thing is that you have to build your decision. You have a decision skill in the sense that you have to start making good decisions as a leader. Know that as a leader you should be responsible, and then by so doing you start making good decisions. Think properly. If it requires you to meditate, please meditate and come up with good decisions. There are courses that could help you build your decision skills. There are even games that could help you make good decisions. So try to build your decision skills. Ensure that you are making good decisions. And that thing is that you have to manage your time appropriately and very well. You have a lot of things to do. So try ensure that you manage your time efficiently. And by time management, there are a lot of things that you must adopt. You must schedule your activities for a day. I do this often. The night before, I would think about how my day went, and then I would draw out a plan for the next day. Yes, from the time I wake up to the time I sleep, I already have the plan set. And then you also have to be, you need to have discipline in the sense that a schedule without having a proper discipline is nonsense. Exactly, because if you cannot stick to your plan, you will not achieve anything. So you need to also learn the skill of sticking to your plans and then going through by it. And in the same vein, you also need to have a budget as regards to your finance and all. Yeah. So as a leader, you need to know that as a student leader, I'm a student leader. So you need to know that some of us are still depending on our parents. I'm depending on my parents. Although I'm working, but then it's not really that much. But I'm mostly depending on my parents. So I'm not getting the financial freedom I want. So I need to know how much is coming to my purse and how much I'm spending, particularly for a month. So you need to be realistic with your goals too as a leader, as a student leader. You need to be realistic with your goals. Know what you can do, know what you cannot do, know how much you can spend within the space of a month, and stop making what's it called, plans that are not achievable. Because let's just use finance as an example. You cannot be saying that while you are raising 20k per month, you cannot be making a budget or a plan, a finance plan of 30k. It's not feasible. It's not feasible. So make feasible plan. Another thing is that you have to operate out of fear, because like I said, self-confidence is one of the problems that we have as student leader. So you need to know that. Give yourself that confidence, give yourself that assurance. I'm doing fine, and be honest with yourself, and ensure that you're doing that fine. But then release the tension, try to calm down, do things that will calm you down. Sometimes I do exercise. I would just do exercise. In fact, every weekend I jog just to calm myself down. If you want to unwind, go out with your friends and then chill just for the moment, to just relax. If you want to call your family member or maybe your friend just to relax, you do that too, and several other things that you could do. So that's just some of the things you could do that would help you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. So do you have like any other thing you want to add? Or
Well, yes, I would say that why I agree that you know purpose in school is your academics. This is very paramount. And the fact still remains that you cannot engage in student leadership, particularly in Lagos University, the standard that we've set for ourselves, without being good academic standard. So imagine a liberal director that doesn't know the law. So what do you want to say when you encounter new challenges? What do you want them to think of the union? So please ensure that you are academic standard. And still at that, while being at good academic standard, please ensure to participate in extracurricular activities, and which part of this leadership thing. Some people just believe that coming to school and getting the first class is the only thing. To be very honest, there are a lot of first class students out there. You need to distinguish yourself and develop skills. And the only way you can develop the skills is by participating in activities like this. So please, this is me now urging everyone listening to me that please ensure that you participate in activities, leadership activities, and some other extracurricular like that. Just for that build your skill for the outside world, and to further put you above others. So that is my ultimate advice. And don't forget my course in school, the academics. You just try to create a balance now. To help you in the long run. So that's my advice.
thank you very much. I really appreciate
My
it.
pleasure.
Thank you so much. Thank you for honoring the invite. Thank you so much. So, guys, this is the end of this video. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell button. See you next time. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.